Life is full of crossroads, those pivotal moments where our decisions shape who we are and who we will become. In these moments, it isn't just about making any decision. It's about making the right one. The choices we make in these situations define the course of our lives. Now, I'm not talking about trivial decisions, like what kind of cereal you'll eat for breakfast, or whether to wear the blue or red shirt today. I'm talking about those decisions that truly test us, the ones that scare us, that push us, that force us to face fears we didn't even realize we had. These are the decisions that make us grow. You see, there is a powerful, untapped force within every one of us. It's a force that, when accessed, gives us the strength to do what needs to be done, even when every fiber of our being is whispering, "Not today," or "Let's wait until tomorrow." This force is what drives us to action when it would be so much easier to avoid it or procrastinate. Think for a moment about the last time you faced something difficult, a conversation you dreaded, a task that felt overwhelming, or a project that seemed impossible to complete. We've all been there, staring at that mountain of work or a challenge so daunting that it's easier to say, "I'll deal with it later." But let me tell you a truth. Later is a thief of opportunity. Later has a way of becoming tomorrow, then the next day, and before long, what started as a molehill has become a mountain. We look back and realize that the simple action we could have taken has grown into something much bigger, and now we feel overwhelmed. The gap between success and stagnation often lies in these tiny moments, in the decision to take action or to defer. The truth is that action is the foundation of all progress. It is the key to achieving success, whatever that success looks like for you. It doesn't matter if you have talent, knowledge, or potential. If you don't take action, none of those things matter. You could be the most brilliant person in the room, but without action, it's like having a library full of books that never get opened. The knowledge stays locked away, unused and unfulfilled. So, how do we tap into that inner force? How do we motivate ourselves to take that first step, especially when the going gets tough? This is the journey that we are on together today. It's about understanding the deeper reason behind every goal. It's about recognizing the why behind the what. You see, growth is uncomfortable. It always is. That's why it's called growing pains. Comfort and growth are mutually exclusive. They do not coexist. Growth only happens when we are willing to step outside our comfort zone and take on the challenges that scare us. Right now, I want you to think about something you've been putting off. Maybe it's a dream you've been nurturing in the back of your mind, or a goal that keeps getting postponed because it seems too difficult or overwhelming. Hold that dream, that goal in your mind as we go on this journey today. This isn't just another motivational talk filled with theories and abstract concepts. It's about transformation, about taking practical steps that will help you change your life. It's about transforming "I can't" into "I will." And I'll tell you something. The journey from "I can't" to "I will" is where the real magic happens. That's where you learn who you truly are, what you're capable of, and how powerful you can be. So let's dive in together. Let's explore how we can use this power within us to turn things in our favor and set sail toward our dreams. It's not just about achieving your goal. It's about the journey that leads you there. Because in the end, it's the journey that truly shapes us. It's in the process of pushing ourselves, challenging our limits, and facing our fears that we grow into the best versions of ourselves. And the key to that transformation? it's self-discipline. Self-discipline is the engine that drives us forward, the quiet force that keeps us going when others quit. This journey we're on isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those who are willing to roll up their sleeves and do the hard work, the work that others shy away from. It's for those who, when faced with obstacles, say, "I am stronger than this." There's a unique kind of power in being the person who faces challenges head-on rather than backing away from them. It's about resilience, about tenacity, and about having the courage to keep moving forward, even when everything else tells you to stop. Now, I'm not going to pretend that this is easy. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. But I promise you one thing, it will be worth it. Because on the other side of discipline, on the other side of all that hard work, lies the life you've always dreamed of. A life where you're not a victim of your circumstances, but the master of your own fate. A life where you are in control, where you have the power to shape your own destiny. As we begin this journey, let's commit to each other and to ourselves. Let's promise to show up every day, to do the work, and to take the actions necessary to move us toward our dreams. Remember, the only limits that exist are the ones we place on ourselves. The barriers that seem to stand in our way are often illusions, excuses we've built up in our minds. Let's break through those barriers, shatter those illusions, and rise to new heights. It's not just about reaching the goal. It's about the person you become in the process. It's about the strength you build, the wisdom you acquire, and the character you develop along the way. So I ask you, are you ready to take that first step? Are you ready to push yourself, to rise to the occasion, and to get it done? Because I believe in you. I believe in your ability to achieve great things. And together, we can take this journey one step at a time, one day at a time, until we reach the pinnacle of our potential. Self-discipline is the silent engine of success. It's that inner strength that pushes you to get out of bed on those cold mornings, to show up even when the odds seem stacked against you. It's that quiet voice inside you that says, "Keep going," even when everything else tells you to give up. Self-discipline is not just a skill, it's a way of life. It's about being consistent, about being reliable, and about being someone who keeps their word, not just to others, but most importantly, to themselves. Imagine for a moment a world where everyone exercised perfect self-discipline. Imagine people following through on every commitment they made, meeting every goal they set for themselves. The world would be unrecognizable, filled with achievement, progress, and fulfillment. And while this vision may sound idealistic, here's the truth. That world starts with you. It starts with the decision to take control of your life, to make choices rather than excuses, to take responsibility for your actions. Self-discipline means saying no to the things that harm you and saying yes to the things that help you grow. It means making a promise to yourself and keeping it, even when no one else is watching. The rewards of self-discipline go beyond just getting things done. It's about the peace of mind that comes with knowing that you are in control. It's about the pride that comes from looking back at your day and knowing that you followed through on your commitments. It's about the confidence that comes with every small victory, every promise kept. And this confidence spills over into every part of your life, into your relationships, your work, your health, and your happiness. But make no mistake, self-discipline is also a challenge. It's like a muscle that needs constant exercise. And just like any muscle, it can get tired, it can feel strained. But every time you push through the temptation to quit, every time you resist the urge to give up, you're making that muscle stronger. You're teaching yourself that you are capable of doing hard things, that you can rise above the challenges you face. And that realization, that knowledge that you can overcome adversity, is one of the most powerful things you can have. Think back to the last time you pushed yourself beyond your comfort zone. Maybe it was staying late at work to finish a project. Or maybe it was saying no to a temptation that you knew would derail your progress. How did you feel afterward? Exhausted, perhaps, but also exhilarated. That feeling of pride and satisfaction is the reward of self-discipline. It's a reward of knowing that you chose to prioritize your long-term success over short-term comfort. Self-discipline is about delayed gratification. It's about seeing the bigger picture, understanding that the discipline you practice today is far less painful than the regret you might feel tomorrow. Many people mistake the easy road for the right road, choosing short-term comfort over long-term satisfaction. But not you. You're here because you are ready to take the road less traveled, to choose the path that, while challenging, will lead to true fulfillment. And remember, self-discipline isn't about restriction, it's about balance. It's about knowing when to work hard and when to rest. It's about pushing yourself, but also about taking care of yourself. It's about listening to your body, your mind, and your heart, and finding a harmony between all of them. Mastering self-discipline means mastering yourself, and that's the ultimate key to a fulfilling life. There will be times when you stumble, times when you fall short. We're all human, and failure is a part of the process. But what matters is how you respond to those setbacks. Do you let them hold you back, or do you use them as stepping stones to even greater success? Every failure, every mistake is an opportunity to practice self-discipline, to get back up, to dust yourself off, and to keep moving forward. So, let's continue this journey together, embracing self-discipline as the key to unlocking our potential. Let's use it as the tool to build the life we want, as the bridge between where we are now and where we want to be. With self-discipline, there is nothing we can't achieve. No dream is too big, no goal too distant. It's the force that guides us, the strength that pushes us, and the ally that stands by us when times get tough. Let's continue with determination, with the resolve to strengthen our self-discipline day by day, decision by decision. Together, we can turn the impossible into the possible. Let's turn our focus now to the twin obstacles that many of us face: procrastination and laziness. These aren't just inconveniences. They are thieves of time and destroyers of dreams. They sneak up on us, whispering that it's okay to wait, that we can do it later. But later never comes. And if it does, it often brings regret. Procrastination and laziness are like quicksand. The more we give in, the deeper we sink, until we feel trapped. How often have we said, "I'll start tomorrow," only to find that tomorrow brings more excuses? It's a cycle, a dangerous loop that keeps us from progressing. But here's the good news. Just as we can fall into this cycle, we can also break free. The key is action. Immediate, deliberate action. It's the antidote to procrastination, the enemy of laziness. I won't lie to you. Starting is often the hardest part. But remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That first step doesn't have to be a leap. It just has to be a step. And once you take it, you build momentum. Starting is like pushing a heavy boulder. The first push takes the most effort, but once it starts moving, it gets easier. So how do we start? by setting clear, achievable goals. Goals that ignite a fire within us, that make us want to get up in the morning. When your goal is clear, your focus sharpens and procrastination loses its power. Then, break those goals into smaller tasks. Tasks so small that it feels almost ridiculous not to do them. It's about tricking the mind, making each step seem easy. So there's no room for procrastination. Laziness often takes root when we lack a compelling reason to act. You need a why so powerful that it propels you out of inaction. Your why should be a guiding light, always reminding you of the bigger picture. And remember, every time you overcome procrastination, every time you choose action over inaction, you build self-respect. You tell yourself, I am worth the effort, my dreams are worth the effort. And that feeling, that deep sense of self-respect, is priceless. Your environment also plays a crucial role in overcoming procrastination and laziness. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals. Be around people who inspire you to act. Create a space that encourages productivity. And don't underestimate the power of routine. A solid, well-structured routine is a fortress against procrastination. When your day is already laid out, you don't waste energy deciding what to do next. You just do it. Let's continue to push ourselves, to challenge ourselves, and to strive for a better version of ourselves. Together, let's make the impossible possible.